Ready. Play.
Coco Gauff quite convincingly, really, beating Karolina Muchova. A stat I heard when I was listening was that Muchova still has not won a set off Coco Gauff, which, given the brilliant displays that Mukova can put in, and also the performances she's put in against the likes of Iga Swiatek, Sabalenka, Rybakina, all of the top players. What were your thoughts on the Gauff match? I know a lot of people were talking about potentially a grip change that she's done or seems to have done over the preseason, which is really helping her.
I mean, that's why she hired Matt Daly. It's like a year too late, to be honest, because I remember when she was trying to hire somebody, and of course Brad Gilbert came along. That was kind of like already the intention, right? I mean, at least it seemed like, when you're hiring a coach and you're Coco Gauff, 2023, the summer of 23, you have to basically look for somebody who has an idea what to do about your forehand. She kind of went the other way, and she got somebody who just told her, your forehand is not a problem. You have everything you need. And it worked for a while. But now, of course, when you're hiring somebody who is like literally responsible for this and like has that whole Grip MD program or whatever, you expect big stuff in that department. And I don't know if we quite saw it yet in like Beijing, Wuhan WTA finals, even if, of course, Coco was already playing very well. She's actually kind of like the informed player on the WTA tour right now since the Asian swing began, maybe followed by Sabalenka. But this time, I mean, yeah, the United Cup, I mean, she's looking fantastic, and it's just so much easier for her to generate spin power of that wing. It's a very different follow through as well. She's like whipping it a lot more. And it seems like, yeah, she's kind of found a cure for many of the issues that she had in the past. So at the moment, yeah, she's right up there. I mean, there's probably like 3, 4, probably maybe even 4 favorites, let's say, for the Australian Open right now. And the ordering of them is like completely up to you. But I wouldn't argue with Gauff being like first or second. In fact, obviously, tomorrow is also going to be a match that's going to play into these considerations. But yeah, I mean, she's looking as good as anybody since the Asian swing, and specifically here too.
No, I tend to agree in terms of what you're saying in terms of tomorrow. And when we go on to the preview, we'll certainly go on to it in terms of when Gauff plays Swiatek, a match, it's certainly going to give us a good idea. Certainly, as Gauff and Swiatek have certainly been two players that have almost impressed the most, it feels like, in the build-up events that we've had, certainly the top WTA players. In terms of potential changes that we've seen, more aggression leading to more convincing displays. But certainly, as you were saying, it was just a very dominant performance from Coco Gauff throughout that match with Mukova, and the rewards have been reaped. Gauff has won every single match in the United Cup this year so far, which has really been the stalwart, the almost like the flag bearer or the cornerstone of the entire Team USA, and it's proving that the decision she made not to go to Auckland, like she has done the last couple of years, where she's won the title each year, seems to have bear fruit almost at this stage. Which then means we have our finalists. And as we say, we've got Poland, who were in the final last year and came really close last year. If it weren't for her catching a couple of points against Zverev, it probably would have gone to Team Poland last year instead of Team Germany. And then we've got the USA potentially, and I think I tweeted about this as soon as the group stages took place. I said that I couldn't see past the USA Poland final, and hey presto, we have a USA Poland final. So going through match by match, what do we expect to happen? So starting off, we know that the first match of the day is going to be Coco Gauff versus Iga Swiatek. That's going to be, I think it's 5:30 local time. I know it's 6:30 in the UK time. How do you think that match will go, David?
Well, I mean, this is kind of the big story here, like whether this rivalry will finally be what people expected it to be like 5 years ago already. So whether we will actually kind of get this rivalry properly going, 11-2 for Iga in the head-to-head. Coco on the last meeting. I think both wins were with Iga like not playing really like, that close to her best. WTA finals included. She was coming off that Asian swing break, which we at the time didn't really know yet what caused it. Then, of course, we found out about the positive doping test and that provisional suspension. But clearly, she was not really in like her best rhythm, timing-wise. The defense of Coco that usually doesn't bother her all that much, because it's very tough to beat Iga with like a defense first performance. We know that pretty much the only players that beat her are really aggressively oriented. And she's not really ready for Coco in that much, but generally over the course of their matchup that was different. However, looking at what Gauff is playing right now, I don't think she's gonna be in that mode. I don't think she's gonna be like grinding Iga down most of the time. Looks like she will actually also be able to bring some of the firepower in. Certainly won't be a matchup like Swiatek Rybakina, where Iga has to get that, I don't know, like extend the points and everything, but maybe in fact, if Coco's forehand has improved so much, if it can't be rushed as easily, we will see a very different face of that matchup. And that's what I'm excited for. I kind of want to reset for them, It's 11-2, so many big matches that Coco lost to Iga, especially 3 times in a row at the French Open, which, perhaps Coco wins like 2 out of 3 of these editions if Iga wasn't around. And yeah, I just kind of want to reset. I want a fresh start for them and to see a much more competitive rivalry from now on. And it seems like we really might get it. So this is huge. I think it's just as close as Swiatek Rybakina was.
Yeah, this certainly could be the turning. The hope is that I don't know if it'd be as extreme as the Medvedev Sinner turning point, but certainly, as you say, it's Coco playing at a much higher level, much more aggressive style of tennis. I've got a feeling she'll do it. I think it'll be 3 sets. I think it could be 3 tight sets, but I can certainly see Coco Gauff getting the win against Swiatek this time around. I know you're Polish, Damien, and you're probably hoping for Iga to sweep the board.
I don't really mind if the team wins or loses. I mean, it's the United Cup, to be honest. Like, I've got zero interest in whether we win or lose. I want to watch it. I want to talk about it, but yeah, I mean, I don't mind.
You're not completely wedded to Iga.
I mean, I like her, but yeah, I mean, whether Poland wins the United Cup or not is not really going to be something that decides whether I'm happy tomorrow or sad. It's either way, really. Sometimes I care about the Davis Cup results or the Billie King Cup, to be honest. I think I just find them like, more interesting competitions. But the United Cup, not really. However, sure, I mean, I think it helps me to stay like pretty neutral here and yeah, just unbiased. And my unbiased opinion is that Coco has a really good shot at winning this match. And just like I treated Swiatek Rybakina as a 50-50, I'm pretty much coming in with a similar mindset here.
Yeah, it's as I say, I think we could both see those matches going either way. Do you think? And this will link a lot to potentially to Brisbane and Sabalenka, but do you think the winner of this match could be seen as the main challenger to Sabalenka at the AO?
If it's Gauff, for sure. If it's Swiatek, I think it's going to be more like an even playing field. But well, we have to ask the question whether Arina is indeed in fact first, and maybe it's Coco right now. Like it's possible, because of the last few years at the Australian Open. I think Iga has a little more to prove in Melbourne than Coco does. But yeah, I mean, all 4 players really, Swiatek, Sabalenka, Rybakina, Gauff. I mean, I think that's where it's at when it comes to favorites for Australia. And this match will kind of decide the order.
You don't put Zheng in there, last year's finalist.
I mean, probably not. She's still kind of like, well, not unable to beat these sort of players, but it's tough matchups for her. The 4 are all pretty tough for her to beat. So, she went to the final and then she had a 6-2, 6-3 loss to Arina, which was not that competitive.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.